Close your eyes, relax your body, and enjoy the story. Far away from busy cities and loud roads, there was a vast jungle full of life, color, and quiet beauty. The jungle was warm and green all year. Tall trees reached high into the sky, their branches forming a soft roof of leaves. Sunlight moved gently through the leaves, creating golden patterns on the ground. The air smelled fresh and alive. If you stood very still, you could hear many peaceful sounds. Birds softly called to one another. Leaves moved slowly in the warm wind. Somewhere in the distance, water quietly flowed through the jungle. The jungle was not a place of noise or hurry. It was a place where time moved slowly. Deep inside this jungle lived a young traveler named Niku. Niku was not a hunter, and he didn't come to the jungle to take anything from it. Instead, he came because he loved quiet places. He liked walking slowly, listening to the sound of nature and discovering hidden paths. Niku carried only a small bag with him. Inside were simple things: a bottle of water, small notebook, and a lantern for the night. He had been walking in the jungle for 3 days, but he didn't feel tired. Every step felt peaceful. That morning, the jungle was especially calm. A soft golden light came through the tall trees, and the air was cool after the night. Niku walked along a narrow path covered with soft green plants. Above him, colorful birds flew from tree to tree. Their wings flashed bright blue, yellow, and red as they moved through the sunlight. A gentle breeze moved through the leaves, making a quiet rustling sound. Niku stepped forward and stopped walking for a moment. He closed his eyes and listened. Somewhere ahead, he heard something new. Water. Not loud water like a waterfall. This was softer, much softer, like a quiet river slowly moving through the jungle. Niku opened his eyes again and smiled. He loved rivers. Rivers in the jungle often led to beautiful places. Sometimes they led to secret clearings filled with flowers. Sometimes they led to peaceful pools where animals came to drink. And sometimes they led to places nobody had ever seen before. Nico slowly and carefully followed the sound. The path slowly became smaller and smaller. Plants and tall grass gently touched his legs as he walked. The jungle grew thicker around him, but the sound of the water grew clearer. Step by step, the quiet river seemed closer. Then, suddenly the trees opened. In front of him was a beautiful river. It wasn't wide, but it was very clear. Smooth stones rested under the water, and sunlight danced across the surface. The river moved slowly and peacefully. On the other side of the river stood tall bamboo plants. Their long green stems moved softly in the wind. Nico walked closer to the water. He knelt beside the river and touched it with his hand. The water was cool and refreshing. Tiny fish swam gently between the stones, moving like silver shadows in the sunlight. For a long moment, Nico simply sat there, listening. The jungle around the river felt different. It felt calmer, as if the place was special in some quiet way. Birds rested in the branches above him. Butterflies moved slowly through the warm air. Then something surprising happened. From the other side of the river, a large turtle slowly appeared from the water. Its shell was dark and smooth, and its eyes looked calm and wise. The turtle did not seem afraid of Nico. Instead, it slowly climbed onto a warm stone beside the river and rested there in the sunlight. Nico watched quietly. He didn't want to disturb the peaceful moment. The turtle looked at him for a long time, almost as if it was studying him. Then, very slowly, the turtle turned its head toward the river and began to move downstream. It didn't hurry. It simply moved along the water, step by step. After a few moments, the turtle stopped again and looked back at Nico. For a second, it felt almost like an invitation. Nico stood up. He looked at the calm river and then at the turtle. "Are you showing me the way?" he said quietly. Of course, the river didn't answer, but it continued walking slowly along the edge of the river. Nico followed. The path beside the water was peaceful and shaded by tall trees. Sunlight gently moved across the ground as the leaves swayed in the wind. As they walked, the jungle slowly changed. The trees grew older and larger. The air became cooler, and the quiet river continued guiding them deeper into the heart of the jungle. Niku didn't know where the turtle was leading him, but something inside him felt calm, as if the jungle itself was welcoming him. As the afternoon slowly turned toward evening, golden light filled the trees. Fireflies began to appear in the darker places under the leaves. Tiny lights floating in the soft air. The turtle continued walking, and somewhere ahead, hidden deep within the jungle, something ancient and beautiful was waiting to be discovered. But Niku didn't know that yet. For now, he simply followed the quiet river and the wise old turtle. To be continued.